All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin, and welcome back to another live stream. The week of pain, the suffering begins. We've got more than a week, actually. I think it's 8 days until the next game, and we must suffer. We must suffer. And already there's a lot of nonsense talk that's been happening post-match. Pochettino again. Flip-flopping. The continuous flip-flop from Pochettino is just sickening, man. It really is sickening. There's obviously no doubt that Poch is incapable. He's incapable of this job. He really is. But now, what are the owners going to do about it? What are the sporting directors going to do about it? It's crazy. It really is crazy how abysmal this season has turned out to be. Yet again. On top of last season's crazy situation as well. And the way Pochettino is talking, ladies and gentlemen, like it's mad. It really is so mad the way Pochettino started his Chelsea sort of career saying we need to win everything, and then he started to let all of us know that this is the new Chelsea, and then the match against Man United, he was like, no, we are Chelsea, we need to behave like Chelsea, we need to win. And then off the back of a draw against Sheffield United, bottom of the table in the Premier League, and he's saying now that we could potentially take 5 years, 3 to 5 years. It could take Chelsea to build a team up to 5 years long. To build a team, it could take Chelsea 5 years' time. 5 years. And you can get irrelevant. I mean, we are already irrelevant. But in 5 years, you can get really, really deep into being irrelevant. Irrelevancy. What type of players are we going to attract? It looks like we're still going to continue with the kids policy. Some of these kids may turn out to be good players, and they'll see that it's not worth staying at Chelsea Football Club, and they'll leave. For example, Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer, ladies and gentlemen, there's some reports saying that he was frustrated with Nicholas Jackson and Axel Disasi. Cole Palmer in recent times, you can tell he's so frustrated. He's not happy. After the Burnley game, Cole Palmer came out publicly stating this is not good enough. Continuously going into lead and then giving the lead away. It's not good enough. And then Cole Palmer single-handedly helped us win that game against Man United when we really didn't deserve to win. And then this game, twice we were leading against Sheffield United, and twice we gave up the lead. We have been conceding 2+ goals for the last 7 games. Oh my God. How is this not being addressed? You'd think after 2 games of letting in 2 goals, 2 plus goals, after 2 games, let's say first game you let it go, second game you alarm bells should start ringing. How's this this data has gone on for 7 games? For the last 7 games, 2 plus goals. How is this not being addressed? I don't know what these people talk about, man. Once the match is finished, the next day, I don't know whether they have a day off today. Maybe they have a day off today. Who knows? But whenever the next day, the training day is, what do they talk about? What do they actually talk about? Yeah. I guess this is probably one of the reasons, right? It's not being addressed because we aren't losing games, just drawing. I guess this is what Marcus is saying. Chelsea are still undefeated in over 7 games, too. Maybe this is what everyone's looking at. Maybe this is what the owners are looking at. This is what the sporting directors are looking at. This is what the manager is looking at. Maybe even the players are looking at this. Definitely not Cole Palmer. But maybe the other players are looking at this and saying, what's the problem? We haven't lost. Sure, we're drawing, but we haven't lost. No one really seems to care the fact that we should be a lot higher in the table. We're quite fine to be 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, whatever the case is. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Hasn't been addressed because clearly Poch doesn't know how to address it and know how to set up a team defensively without the ball and from set pieces. It's mind-boggling. For Poch to be part of Chelsea Football Club from pre-season of this season until now. How long has it been? July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. 10 months. 10 months? And we don't seem to know how to build up. We don't seem to know how to structure our midfield. We are so clueless when it comes to defending. That goal we conceded against Sheffield United, that equalizing goal, that was comical. Full of comical errors. It's mad. It's mad. All right, let's check out some of the things that's been said. Pochettino, the process always takes time. It's not a magic thing. It's a project, a 3 or a 5-year process to build a team. This guy, like, one day it's this, the next day we have to win. He's very confusing individual. Pochettino is confusing the living daylights out of the fans, and I'm pretty certain he's confusing the living daylights out of the players as well. Miz, we have conceded 50 plus goals in the league, yet people think Poch isn't the biggest problem. 50 plus goals. It's going to take us 5 years. It's going to take us 3 or 5 year process to build a team. 5 years. Like as if everyone's going to be here in 5 years' time. All the players are going to be here. The Premier League's not going to be moving. It's as if it's so easy. We'll just wait 5 years. We've already wasted 2. Add another 5. That'll be 7 years into the new ownership, and then we'll be ready. Mad, mad. Can you believe the reasons we are a meatloaf bowly? Um, can you believe the reasons we are at meatloaf bowly era is because another country decided to invade another country? Talk about the butterfly effect. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Jabril, Friday he said we have what it takes to win remaining games and qualify for Europe. Then Sunday it's going to take 3 to 5 years for the process. Pathetic. Yeah, it's flip flop at its finest. It's flip flop at its finest. Poch says, of course they were tired, but that's no excuse for today. He says the team might not be mature enough to compete every 3 days. The team might not be mature enough to compete every 3 days. So if we had Europe this season, for argument's sake, if we had Europe, well, would we get relegated? Would we get relegated? We can't compete every 3 days. What are they training? Like, what happened to Pochettino coming to Chelsea Football Club and making everyone fit? Fitness was going to be the big thing. What happened to that? Apparently, we were going to be the most fittest team in the Premier League. Now we are saying that we can't compete every 3 days. That's embarrassing, you know. That really is very, very embarrassing. More excuses. Even though he says, but that's no excuse for today. Yeah, but it is. You're saying that it is an excuse. The team might not be mature enough. Sure, it's a young team. I'm not going to lie. Yes, it is. But we're talking about Burnley and Sheffield United. We're not talking about powerhouses. We're talking about teams that get battered left, right, and center. You're telling me we can't even compete against them. We can't even compete against 19th and 20th place team in the Premier League because we're not mature enough. What are we saying? This squad is championship level. Is that what we're saying? And why are they tired? Poch says, of course they were tired. Are they tired because they're running? Are they tired because you're making them run a lot? Why? Aka, honestly, you fans confuse me so much. One week you're excited and believe in Chelsea, and the next week everything is crap. Do you guys mean anything you say? I don't know. Honestly, I'm only respectful to Aka is because he's a member of the channel, or else I honestly don't know what Aka is saying sometimes. I've got no idea. I've spoken to this brother so many times live on my channel, and not once has he been able, like, has he sort of gone against what I said. But for some reason, whenever he's on the live chat, he takes this alternative approach. No problems, yeah. You keep it interesting, but I'm not really sure what you're talking about, man. I'm not really sure what you're on about, Akaka. I'm sorry. At this stage, I think Poch has got you really confused as well. Pochettino at 52. And by the way, Aka, these are not my words here. These are comments coming from Pochettino. So yeah, this is not me saying these things. These are our current manager talking about these things. I'm not making news up here. Aka saying, Miz, you don't think fans are always changing them? Changing what though? Like, can you elaborate, please? What are we changing? I think it's been quite standard all throughout the season that the season's not been good enough. I think it's been quite prevalent all throughout the season that the fans are not happy with Pochettino. I think it's been quite consistent that the fans, majority of the fans, are not happy with the owners and the model of the football club. I think it's been quite consistent all throughout the season that the fans are not happy with the sporting director. So I'm not really sure, Aka, what are you saying in terms of changing their minds? What are we changing our mind on? I'm failing to understand this from you. What are we changing our mind on? Are you saying that we beat Man United and we thought, oh, life has changed for us? No one said that. Everyone said that that was once again a lucky victory and individual brilliance from Cole Palmer and a few other players, and we won in the final 82 seconds. No one said, no one's flip-flop nothing here from the fan base point of view. I'm done with Poch. My beef is with the fans. 1 week, fans are excited and believe Chelsea can achieve something. This week, everything is crap. Can achieve nothing. Too many. Well, of course. Aka. It's as if this is rocket science for you that you don't seem to understand. We won against Man United. Of course, the fans believe that if we get the victory against Sheffield United, it puts us in a really good position to perhaps make it into Europe. We don't get the victory against Sheffield United. Of course, our dreams have been halted. Why is that difficult to understand, Aka? This is not rocket science, brother. Plain maths. Plain and simple maths. We needed to win against Burnley. We needed to win against Sheffield United so that we put ourselves in a really good position to get European positions. We didn't win that. We find ourselves in the mud. Of course, fans are going to be upset. Of course, fans' dreams are going to be shattered. Of course, fans are going to be doubtful. Why is that difficult to understand, Aka? Why? It's quite straightforward. You're making fans seem like we are deluded. We're not, brother. We're not. I don't understand. I lost my belief in this team a long time ago. I wonder what people are holding on to. Well, that's your problem. That's your problem. That's not our problem. You lost the belief in this team. That's on you. Yes, many have as well. I personally thought that surely there comes a point. I personally thought that surely there comes a point. Surely there comes a point in people's life when they start rectifying their mistakes. I didn't want to think that we are going to screw the entire season again. I thought, and my bad for thinking this way, and I'm pretty sure some of you guys probably fall into the same category. My bad. I gave the benefit of the doubt that this team will hopefully, all the things we did wrong initially, will slowly start learning from it and start maturing. But no, same mistakes over and over again. Sorry for having a little bit of belief. Sorry that I did not come on this channel and just be miserable every single day. Because from a mental state point of view, that's not healthy. I wanted to believe that maybe, just maybe, we got that victory against Man United. Get the victory. And look at what we're asking for. Get a victory against Burnley. Get a victory against Sheffield United. I didn't even actually expect a victory against Man United, you know. Look at our demands. They are so small. Look at what we are demanding. We're not asking for let's beat Man City. We're asking for let's beat Burnley and Sheffield United. That everyone goes around beating. That was never going to happen. We already ruined this season early on. I just wanted to understand why people had faith, because in my view it was obvious we shouldn't have faith in this team. Well, that might be obvious to you, brother. As I said, that's your problem. Some may look at it with your eyes, some may not. I chose not to. I thought there was enough talent in the team to get victories against Burnley and Sheffield United. If you didn't think that, wow, kudos to you. You must really think very, very little about this team. Very little about this team. I still today believe that there's enough quality in the team to be better. Enough quality. Pochettino at 52, you identify really quickly whether the team is ready to compete or not. Maybe this group is not mature enough to compete in games every 3 days. It's a new team and we are still learning about their profiles. The process always takes time. We are still learning about their profiles. Wow. So this entire season was just about learning. Maybe this group is not mature enough to compete in the games every 3 days. So why aren't you telling this message to the directors? Why aren't you telling these messages to the directors? Why didn't you say all of this in the January window? Why are you now commenting all of this in April? And then you go on to say at 52, you identify really quickly. Well, you didn't really identify quickly enough, did you? Whether the team is ready to compete or not. You identify really quickly. So if you have identified really quickly, then why didn't we make some moves in January? Why didn't we bring some more experience? Or is there a bit of a clash between your philosophy, how the directors are thinking, how the owners are thinking? Why are you here then? Why are you here? Is it just for the money? Pochettino, the draw today is fair result. It's correct. Oh, yeah, it was. In fact, I probably think Sheffield United at a certain point probably deserve to win. This is a new team and we are learning. The process always takes time. It's not a magic thing. It's a project, a 3 or 5 year process to build a team. It's mad. It's mad. Check this out. Cole Palmer was reportedly frustrated with Nicholas Jackson and Axel Disasi in Sheffield United draw yesterday, coming from Simon Phillips. Cole Palmer is the only one that has some level of standard. Everyone else, no standard. Cole Palmer was taken off early as well. That's probably because he's tired. To be honest, Cole Palmer's played every game, and this match against Sheffield United came very early. But Pochettino could have started with some fresh players like Chukwuemeka, for instance. There was no need for Gallagher. Chukwuemeka could have started. Gallagher could have come off the bench. You could have even maybe, I don't know if players were that tired. There were other options as well. If you okay, fine, you want to freshen up the midfield a little bit. You had Cassidy. You brought him in late anyway. You could have allowed him to start if you're worried about players being tired. Utilize your squad. Cole Palmer not happy with Jackson and Disasi. Both of them were so pathetic. Jackson was What do we say about Jackson, man? Like, there are certain times he plays well, and there are certain times he just messes things up. Disasi is just moments away from a disaster. Miz, Miz, you're so right. Expected victories against Burnley and Sheffield United, not to mention home to Forest, and we would have been clear in sixth. 50 years a Chelsea fan, and this is so frustrating. From the standpoint, we are better than last season. From the playing style, we are not, and our defense is getting worse. Some of these players are not good enough. Get the board out. Yeah, I agree. He's horrendous. I don't even listen to him because I know that he's always says nonsense things. If Chelsea not improve game, Cole Palmer go to better club like Arsenal or Man City. 100%. If we don't improve, Cole Palmer will leave. Cole Palmer will leave. Cole Palmer was angry when he got subbed off yesterday. He actually was. Yeah, he was. Jackson could have scored 3-1 last game. Yeah. Ray Allen Miz, what tired? One game a week. Yeah, and apparently we're meant to be the fittest team. You know, when Pochettino came to Chelsea Football Club, apparently we do that whatever that Gacon test or whatever he does. It was meant to make us fit, and now it seems like we're tired. Tired of playing one game a week predominantly. He's honestly believe, not including the CBs, the team can really compete under a proper manager. I think some of the CBs probably will do better again under a better manager. I don't think some of these CBs are that bad, you know. I really don't think some of these CBs are that bad. But I think some of these CBs don't even want to come back anymore. Like, what happened to Levi Colwell? Levi Colwell disappeared. Levi Colwell has disappeared. Poch throws our players under the bus, but we get reports players love him. Are you players really stupid? Yeah, I know. Mix information, huh? Mix information. Ms. A diligent director and ownership would get us true goal scorer like Benzema soon, or any other proven maestro. Yeah. Benzema was available in January, and we opted not to because, yeah, he's too old. We need 16-year-olds. We need 16-year-olds. Enzo and Caicedo have been a disgrace this season, let's be honest. Look, they've all been bad. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, of course, Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo have not been good. But I genuinely feel Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, these are proper midfielders, you know. Proper midfielders. They go to a top club. It'll be like that Jorginho factor. You remember how much our fan base talked down on Jorginho. And look at Jorginho now at Arsenal. Look at the way Jorginho played against Brighton. Oh my God. I've watched a few Arsenal games where Jorginho has played, and he's been unbelievable. All the praise goes to Declan Rice. Jorginho never gets any praise. And this is the same Jorginho when he was at Chelsea. He was not a footballer because everyone can run past him. But surprise, surprise, better structure, better organization, and Jorginho looks better. Kai Havertz looks better. Better club, better team, better structure. In the preseason, Poch never used Cuckoo as flying left back. He profiled him properly by using him inverted, but he never did that in the last 10 months. Everything in a mess from this manager. Yeah. Chelsea ruined the summer, winter transfer window big time. We failed to get rid of players like Broja, Chalobah, and also failed to get rid of Lukaku for good. And you know what? This upcoming summer window, it's going to be a mess again. Because all of these players we have to get rid of again. Kepa, Lukaku. I don't know what's going on with Ziyech. Does he have another year left in his contract? I'm not really sure. So Ziyech, I don't think Galatasaray want him. Then we have all the players that are on loan. What are we going to do with them? And then financial fair play. What are we going to do with Chalobah? What are we going to do with Matson? What are we going to do with Gallagher? What are we going to do with Broya? And then we have to buy. And of course, there's a small factor of Euros being on. So players are going to be focused on Euros 2024. And then there'll be late business, which will affect the preseason. Players will come in late. And then we'll have excuses again. Injuries will continue again. And before you know it, next season, we're here again. Poch saying to us that it'll take 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years. And if we screw up on the financial fair play, we are potentially looking at some points deduction. There's 45 million for a 16-year-old. Yeah, these are the kind of businesses that we're doing now. These are the kind of business that we're doing. The manager is part of the problem, but most of the players are crap except Palmer. And on top of that, like if we want to get rid of the manager, that's another thing that we need to get right in the summer. Who's going to be the manager? What if a manager wants a different player and then we end up giving him someone else? If we are looking at bringing in a different manager, we should be looking right now. We shouldn't be doing a full evaluation at the end of the season. Hear what Pochettino has to say as well. Before you know it, preseason is upon us, and we don't even have a manager. Yeah. Nuhu, owners messed up from the start. Swallow your pride and do what's right. It's great investing so much in a new team. You need the right people for this project. Directors suck. Poch suck. F Brighton. Yeah, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up. Smash the like button before you go. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. I should see you guys later on tonight, wrapping up the day's news. I'm pretty sure a lot more nonsense will materialize. Until then, everyone, take care. See ya.